have 3 pint mason jars filled with red reishi. They are 16 weeks old and they have done quite well. About 3 weeks ago, I misted them with purified water. That's all I've had to do to them the entire time they've been growing. The inside is so cool. So is the outside. And then there's this one. And from the outside, you can see the fan. And then there's this one. And I'm dying to see what that white thing in there contains. So I am going to harvest them and show you how I do that. I take a little knife and start a piece. Start pulling. And the whole thing comes out of the jar. I then take scissors. You can use a serrated knife, but scissors work much better. It's much easier. And I'm going to cut the fruit bodies off. And I take the fruit body and just cut it into small pieces with my scissors. It gets very hard when it dries, so the smaller you can get them to put in the grinder, the easier it is for the grinder to do its thing. And just cut it up. Now you can also use it fresh, but it does need to be cooked. Oh, and look at that. That is the fermented rice, which is full of all the good nutrients that the reishi has. And studies have been done to prove that. I keep it and I cut it like this because it's easier to work with, and then it's easy when they're kept together. Just the way I prefer to do it. You can do it any way you want. You can cut it all the way through. There we go. Now, oh, and cooking reishi, it needs to be boiled. Gotten very hot to break down the cell structure in it, because you won't get all the good nutrients from the fruit bodies unless you do that. And I recommend the same with the rice cake part of it. And you can do that being fresh or other. This is the one that was a big white cloud. Ooh. Here it comes. Oh, there it goes. Now this one just stayed white. It's got some of the fruit body right there. And you know, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. And yeah, this is fruit body still. It just hasn't totally developed. And this was the hard piece. Let me cut into that. Oh yeah, it's got some brown in there. So it was trying, but the mycelia was just going to town. Now this is hard too, so let's see what that brings. There's some of the brown. It's all good. Again, now the rice cake is only like right to here, so I'm going to cut down to it. And cut this off, because when my store opens, I'm going to be selling dried rice cake and fruit bodies, and I'm probably going to sell some separately, so I like to be able to keep them separate. And there we go. See, it was brown on there, but it just all turned white. There's a little bit of the rice cake right here. Yeah, I can see some of the deal. But that's all there is to harvesting red reishi. Thanks for watching.